Yes, what's going on, everybody? This is Don from Kenya Gunas TV, and you're back again with another video after a long time. As Derek, Abdul, Razak, Papa, it's been a minute, but now how you guys faring on? Mkwaje?
Tuko fiti, it's all good.
Yeah.
Good, bro.
It's good to be back, man. It's been a minute before hata nirudi kwa show, but yeah, back again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a minute.
W at least.
The thing is this, no, if this guy gets a W, that's when he appears on the show. But if he gets an L, yeah. In fact, even today, man, he has his jersey. He's proudly wearing his jersey because they won.
Bro, I'm wearing my jersey because it's been a minute before, as in I want it to be right. I want it to be right, right?
He got a W.
Anyway, it's been quite an interesting weekend. Apparently, for the guys who are here, Derek is the only one who had a W. I think a game was played first before us. So it was Manchester United. You guys were hosting Brentford. And you guys actually managed to get a W. I watched a bit of the game, but I really didn't watch. I really didn't watch much of it. So I just watched a bit of it. But from what I noticed, the first half, you guys were evenly balanced. And then I think towards the second half, I think Zunu guys scored. Yeah. And then when I was looking at the fixtures, you ended up winning the game. So Manchester United versus Brentford. What did you make of the game as a let me start actually, Derek. What did you make of the game?
It's pretty simple. It was on paper, it was a hard game. As in, it was a hard game on paper. We started the game a bit slow, like you said. It was evenly matched at first half, but I don't think Brentford really had threatened us in any way.
Yeah,
we had that accident with the Elite for a minute. They scored. I think Ten Hag did a very good job with the pep talk. Maybe second half the tempo was a bit higher. We played faster, created the chances, scored 2 goals, 3 points, and a win at Old Trafford, as it should be. Yeah.
So let me ask you right now, but are you confident? Because I also watched you guys play against Aston Villa, and it was actually an away game for you. You guys were at Villa Park, and I mean, to be fair, man, you actually played it better. You actually had a good game as compared to the first 6 games you guys had at the opening of the season. So right now, looking at the way you are playing, looking at your style of play, can you confidently say that you guys are actually back in this, and you see yourself?
I can't say that confident. Can't say that confidently because our team, as in, we are very inconsistent. We are very inconsistent at the moment. Today we play well, tomorrow not playing well. So let's just take it one game at a time.
What do you think is the problem for that inconsistency? Because Ten Hag has been here for 3 years now. At least you should build some consistency.
I think I don't think the issue is Ten Hag. Me personally, I don't think the issue is with Ten Hag. I think it's the players, man. I think it's the players. Sometimes they decide to show up. Sometimes they show up. Yeah, not all of them per se, but some of our senior players are the one who are letting us. Some of our senior players, those are the only players who are letting us down. Like today, they show up. Like Rashford, Bruno, they played well. Next game, hey, it's like, what is this, Marcel? No. So our main issue is consistency. Like we haven't been scoring. We haven't been scoring goals. Check the Brentford game, yeah. Garnacho scores, Rashford assists, Bruno, Rasmus Højlund scores. Like if our attacking players do get on the score sheet, we are good. So that's the main issue. We need that consistency, especially up front.
Do you think you guys create enough chances for your forwards to score goals?
Come again?
Do you think your team creates enough chances for your forwards to score enough goals for the team?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the Brentford game, we managed to create numerous amount of chances, but we managed to score 2. Some games, like we don't even create any chances. Like ball is being played for 90 minutes, no any clear-cut chances. Yeah, so our main issue is consistency. If we do manage to be more consistent, transactionalism again. That's all I can say.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
by the way, one of your is Benny McCarthy. Yeah, the name is Benny McCarthy. One of the former coaching staff. If not, is it currently one of the coaching staff? It was former
No,
coaching
no,
staff. So
no. Yeah, he's former. He's former. Yeah,
yeah, so
he's
former
former.
coaching staff. Actually, he was saying that some of these United players, what actually Derek is saying, some of these United players in training, man, these guys actually turn up. They play some of the best football you can ever see in training. But then when it gets to games, they just now switch off and probably you could be right by saying some of these players actually are the ones who let the coach down. But you see, if you say it's a player, this thing is actually quite complicated because what do these players want? Do they want Ten Hag out? I mean, has he lost the dressing room? Because I mean, for players not to turn up by there during the game, it means probably maybe some of them actually want Ten Hag out. Ten Hag out. So I don't know.
Bro,
Because
I think they are comfortable. They're just comfortable. Like Rashford has been there for years. They're just comfortable. They like to be at Manchester United. There is no pressure. If this was Fergie's United, remember Fergie sold Tevez when Tevez had this pride. He sold Ronaldo. But now this United, they are comfortable, so they don't care. I think that is what is happening.
so what's the issue? Is it's now? But you see, the thing is, this surprisingly, Ineos the guys who actually supposed to be
The
taking care
players
of the
are
squad.
comfortable at United.
The
So
thing is, these players have sacked like 3 coaches so far. These guys sacked
Exactly.
Mourinho. These guys sacked
They're so
Ole.
comfortable.
So,
It's never them.
it's
It's
about
never
that
the
time.
players.
Yeah. So, come against.
I was saying it's never about the players. It's always about the manager. The pressure is always on the manager, but it's the same players sacking the managers, which is
Yeah, it's the same
ironical.
players sacking them. Yeah, it's the same players sacking the manager. But the Brentford game, all I can say is people played like they cared. I didn't see any like laxity in any. It was a top performance from the entire team. So
Mm.
they really played hard on Legituma. I didn't see any of them like they wanted to sack the manager or anything. Remember before Ole got sacked, the game we lost one against Brentford. Man, there was no
Mm.
effort. But the Bradford game, I saw like they played well. So I think there is still hope for Ten Hag with these players. Yeah, he's not completely thrown under the bus at the moment, but the issue
When
has
they
never
want to
been Ten
start,
Hag.
they'll
Me,
be down
all I
tools
can say
again.
is the issue has never been Ten Hag. Me, it's on the players. We're not playing well. It's on the players, not Ten Hag.
Mm.
anyway, that's enough of Manchester United. Next, we go to the Arsenal versus I keep confusing Bournemouth versus Arsenal. Hey, Mazed, specifically Abdul and Papa, you guys were chatting shit, man, during that watch along. You're even screenshotting Mazeme. You guys were chatting shit, man, the whole time. But listen, bro, I think that is actually one disappointing game to watch. It really there was no effort, and then making matters even worse, that Saliba red card is actually what completely messed up the game and disoriented all these players. Uh I don't know whether to say it's a blip, or I don't know. They say maybe guys are from international break, so guys are still not. They still haven't gelled yet. But hey, man, I think that is one game that I was so disappointed watching that game. So I even don't have much else to say because I think I've ranted. I've said what I need to say in my match previews. Unless you guys have any other question for me, I think I'll just say it's a blip. Let me just say it's one blip.
So
We move
how
to the
is it?
next.
How is it? You guys played very well, 10 men against Man City, but you couldn't hold your thing
That
against
was
Bournemouth.
that's a good question.
The thing is
Because
this. I think once.
against Man City, those guys weren't
It's a
going to score.
better
Like
side again.
you guys were
Yeah.
solid, man. Like you guys were solid. In 45
Mm-hmm.
minutes, those guys weren't going to score. But hey,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
against Bournemouth, the game was flat. It was very flat, man. So
it was
what was
very
the
flat.
issue?
And I think the issue was the fact that Saliba, the truth is this: some of the guys who actually set up the defense very well is the two center backs, Saliba and Gabriel. And once that partnership was disoriented, that is actually what led to everything completely being messed up. You saw how sloppy he were what Kiwor was the mistake. That guy made a very silly mistake. But one thing that I'm actually happy with Mikel Arteta is I'm seeing it actually making now good decisions. Don't like back in the days where you give a player time. Okay, if you make a mistake, get out, bana. And I saw that by the way, immediately Kiwor made the mistake. And remember, Kiwor was actually Sterling was actually sacrificed for Kiwor. Yeah. Can you imagine being subbed on for a player and then being subbed off? That's how poor you are. So I think the moment Saliba got the red card, that was it. I think that was it. And it just gets me worried because
even before the red card, you guys didn't even create chances to score in the game.
When
you played 4 center back, 3 DMs, which is crazy against Bournemouth as well.
No, the thing is this, like you see, first of all, that midfield, there's a problem with the midfield. Merino, I'm still giving him time because probably still new in the Premier League. But I'll tell you one thing is, man, that midfield was we clearly lacked a creative midfield. The fact that
exactly,
yeah, for some of these games, for the games to be playing the Leicester game, the PSG game, I really wish by then. I think this is a lesson to Mikel Arteta. He needs to get a creative midfielder. Either Trossard plays in the creative midfield, or if he's not planning to play Trossard, let him play Ethan Noeri, because we clearly lacked a creative midfielder. That midfield was completely disoriented. And then if you look at the forwards, bro, I mean, Sterling, you guys come back as banner. But anyway, okay, no, let me not even say you guys come back as. Let me just say, he's on loan. We have an obligation to back or not. So if he's fucking around, we'll just say, fuck it, man. Go back to where you came from, because that guy stinks, man. The thing is this.
Quality in depth, bro. Quality in depth.
Nah, to be honest with you, I think Sterling is... His glory days are done. He's no longer the Sterling that, we used to see the time he was at Liverpool and his early days at Man City. I'm seeing Sterling play, and I'm just seeing that, that Chelsea dust that he had last season. No, he's still not the age.
He's motivated to prove something,
Yeah, but as much as I'm actually on his neck right now, and I also want to blame Mikel Arteta, because the fact, I don't know, if we really wanted to score, why was he taking Sterling off? Because apparently, from what I saw, those the first half, before Sterling was taken off, he was the only attacking player. Yeah, he was the only attacking player. So I really don't know why actually, he got rid of him. So I think the manager also
made a mistake. Arteta is called the Paella Pulis. There's some Allardyce.
Yeah, so the thing is that I think Mikel Arteta had it wrong in that game, but it's okay. I mean, one of these, it's okay. This is the Premier League. You don't expect everybody to win all the games, yeah. So we've lost a game, so I think this is a lesson learned. If I see the same thing happening in the next 3 games, I'll be worried. But one game, I think I can just say, okay, just one of those blips. So hopefully by the day it doesn't happen. We have a chance to prove ourselves tomorrow in the Champions League. But there's some key players that I'm seeing. The Saliba is a very key player. Bukayo Saka, that's a very key. I'm sure if Bukayo Saka was available in that game, if Saliba was available in that game, he probably maybe had a red card of someone like Merino or somebody else. That game would have been different. But those key players that, man, if they're not in the team, then I think that is just it. But now this gets me thinking, Maze. Abdul, we're actually coming to your game next, huh? The Liverpool game and the Chelsea game. So it's been a debate going on. Did you see Saliba made a mistake? He made the what's the Chelsea player? Who Jamana Itoanani? The guy who
I think Tosun or something.
Yeah.
Look at the foul that Tosun made, yeah? And then look at the foul that Saliba made. Same thing, same spot, same everything. I mean, it was actually quite a coincidence that this thing happened in that context. But Johnston was given a yellow card. Saliba was given a red card. So, Maze, listen, man. The thing is this, bro, these referees.
That's why I told you, bro. Bro, I told you this thing. Jamming about the referees, usually, I'm tired of the Premier League referees. They say it's the best league in the world, but with the worst refereeing decisions. What can you say?
But the amount of inconsistency, it's shocking. But it's very shocking. You guys need to appeal that red card, because I think if you appeal, you'll get the player back. It wasn't
Yeah, I
a
think
serious red.
yeah,
And,
that is
and
exactly
it's
what
a red against you're facing Liverpool next, which is very funny.
you can imagine. You're facing. It's like these guys have an agenda, but they're against some of these Arsenal players. But it's not even. Let me not even say Arsenal only, because hey, but if you look at the red cards that these referees have given this season, wait. These guys, man, the Crystal Palace game and no, not the Crystal Palace, the Newcastle game and the Fulham game. Both teams actually got a red card. There, it was a 10 aside. Bruno has
It's an
been
aside,
getting
but
red. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's just something about these referees that the silly thing is, we keep complaining, but what is being done about it? What is being
Nothing.
done?
Nothing is going to be done, bro. The competence and it keeps getting worse, which is very, it's weird. Every weekend they make worse and worse decisions.
I think the referee need to be punished if you make a mistake. They shouldn't be let go that easy. To make a
They
mistake, you need to be
they
punished.
don't come and explain their decisions. They need to be held accountable, man.
That's the
True,
problem.
true.
The problem is these guys are not being held accountable. In the fact that they're not being held accountable, they just get away with anything. And this needs to stop, because some of these decisions actually cost some teams the league. I can say, but then we've been a victim. Last season, the Newcastle game, the mistake they made. If we won that game, probably become end of the season, it would have been a different story. So, bro, me kitu mazena ni boingi sana maze. These fucking referees, these guys are just. It's really annoying. It's
Yeah.
annoying. But anyway, we move to the next one. By the way, we go to the Chelsea versus Liverpool game. Papo is not here to basically talk about his team. But I think off camera, we're actually saying Liverpool, for the match I've seen them play, as we were discussing earlier on, they are really not as good as people think they are. And I think Derek, you're saying you're actually even wondering how these guys actually win games. I saw that game, and to be honest, Chelsea, you deserve to win that game. I was actually writing you guys off, but I'll tell you for sure, Chelsea, of course, you guys really didn't turn up by as expected, but Chelsea right now is the side that you can't underrate. That one I'll say for sure. So Paps Maze, welcome aboard. Welcome on board. We are basically just talking shit about your team off camera. And now that you're back also, yeah, we also want to talk shit about your team. So listen, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Abdul,
Yeah.
Laban, what do you guys actually make of the game?
Abdul.
For me as a Chelsea fan, I think that game we really, the performance wasn't bad in terms of a Chelsea fan. Most of the game in my opinion, we dominated. We created chances, but Palmer did not turn up in this game, and he needs to be called out on it, whether people like to hear that or not. How can you get marked out of a game by Curtis Jones? And Papa knows my opinion about that kid. I really do not rate him that well. I rate Elliott over him, but he marked Palmer out the game, which is crazy. And Enzo Maresca, most of our players were doing well. Lavia, Caicedo, Reece James 60 minutes did well. But the attack, Jackson was the only one trying. Madueke taking out the place. Sancho was poor. He was taken out at halftime. But Palmer, Enzo Maresca needed to take him out. Take him off. You have Felix on the bench. You have different creative players. That's why I was saying we have quality in depth. If you don't play good, you leave. We played well, but I think the only difference between us and Liverpool right now is the know-how. Liverpool have a way, they play poor, but they can win games. That's the only difference, I think, with us and them.
Thank you for the compliments.
I agree, but they actually, Papa, we're just saying this actually in your absence. You guys, it's just a matter of time, but then before you guys are figured out, it's not like you're really playing good football. But somehow you're getting over the line, which is quite interesting. But anyway, listen,
you have your same team, bro. This is an experienced team. That's the only difference between us and them in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But even in the, if this was Klopp, I think maybe Chelsea could have gotten something out of it. Difference between Arne Slot that I've noticed is when they are ahead, they don't attack as fully. If this was Klopp, they usually go very much for the kill. But this Arne Slot, when they get the ball, calm it down. There's no pressure. They kill the opposition's momentum, and that's how they won the game.
And they're also well organized defensively. Defensively, Liverpool are a very good team defensively. Like they have a structure, they are well organized, and everyone does his work in the team. So, Arne Slot, bro.
Thank you. The honeymoon continues. The honeymoon phase continues. Brilliant play. Manze every day, Manze na bambika na Slot. Na bambika na our team. The spirit wako nayo, the cohesion, like they are wamepatana tu at the right time. Inaka it was meant to be. So hiyo game manze tulikuwa tumewakalia Razak. First half yote, no shot on target from Chelsea.
But you see, the thing is, your first half yote, no shot on target for Chelsea, but you guys weren't creating any chances also. You get. I think even Chelsea had the better possession than you first half.
Even
those guys are dominating you. Yeah.
We had two chances in the first half. We scored the first chance.
The first chance was okay. It was a penalty, but it was one of those zimetafutwa. The contact was equal contact ngumu. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty you can argue. It's a penalty, yes, but not clear cut sana. Something you can argue.
Anything that comes after the word "but" ni unnecessary.
It is irrelevant.
It's a penalty. No.
Okay.
So we won the game. But since Chelsea deserved to lose, they were okay, manzes. City walikuwa chini, but the better team won. We had individual brilliance from the likes of Curtis. I did not see that one coming also. That was a nice step up for him. He came in place of McAllister. McAllister came in a bit late because him and Lucho, they came in a bit late, so that's why they didn't get to play in the first half. Curtis sijui nisemeaje, Gravenberch hapo with Caicedo, that was a brilliant head-to-head. They did their thing. It was entertaining to see them play. Wote wawili ilikuwa very nice, and that was a beautiful match, and we won it. We're still top of the league. The honeymoon phase continues. Yeah, that's what I gotta say, bro.
When do you see this honeymoon phase actually stopping?
I don't know, manze. Unaona tuko na fixtures mbaya zinakam. Tuko na fixtures very, 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 it's ni storm too. So akiweza ku get some points, akiweza tu kupata asilose any match hapo hivyo, manze tutaanza kuchant we are going to win the league, manze. Kiburi cha tuingie. Tuko na head of Wednesday tuko na Leipzig. Sikia, Wednesday tuko na Leipzig, Sunday tuko na Arsenal. Yeah. Tuko na Arsenal Sunday. In Champions League next tuko na Leverkusen. And then we play Brighton twice.
Carabao and League.
That's Carabao and League.
Yeah. So fingers crossed, manze. We don't want to get over our head.
The thing is this, Papa, I think for me, I'm really not taking these first 8 games really that serious. I really can't start saying that we're going to win the league.
Liverpool are a serious team, bro.
I think
they know
for
how,
sure.
Bro.
I'm not disputing that, but right now the teams that are currently in the top 4, that is Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and
Chelsea.
You guys. Aston Villa. But I really can't take Aston Villa that seriously. They have been a bit inconsistent.
They finished top 4 last season.
I see Chelsea actually getting the top 4. I was actually writing Chelsea off, but Chelsea might actually get the top 4. If you guys continue playing the way you're playing, you guys might get the top 4. But the thing is this, it's let's not get ahead of ourselves. By the time it clocks December, we still have 30 more games to go, but we lost one game and man, everybody's like, title. The problem with Arsenal fans is Arsenal fans are so so emotional. So any guys
Arsenal
are like,
fans have been here before, bro. Even you've been here before.
I know PTSD, I know PTSD, but let's calm down, man. It's still early days. We've only lost one
Yeah.
game, yeah, in 7 months. So calm down, man. So I think by the time it gets to December, and you actually know by the December is when you usually have so many games. If in the Champions
Yeah.
League, there's
So
Champions League, there's Carabao. So by the time it gets to December, you're probably playing three games in a week. That's when now you can now start saying, okay, I know where exactly my team is going to be sitting in the Premier League. But Laban, you're saying something. Yeah, go ahead.
So the question is, how will Arsenal take this defeat? One of your best players akona red card sai, you're going to face Liverpool. Unaona? So hizo venye unasema it's still way too early to say anything, but these games zinakuanga na like trajectory to like this might be the way you're going. Unaona, like you win 2 matches there.
Nah. For me,
That's like when they drop points to Fulham. Was it Fulham at home?
yeah, okay. I do understand that, even part of me, in fact, even in my match preview, I say that, there's some games, treat each and every game with the utmost respect it deserves. You look back and you're like, you're actually right by the lap. And I look back and I'm like, the Fulham game was just basically fucking and joking around. I look back at the West Ham game, playing games and whatnot, that Aston Villa game, the naivety. So, like, in the long run, these are the kind of games that, treat each and every game with respect, Bana. I mean, don't play games, man. This is the Premier League.
Manze.
I had a stat, Don. I don't know if it's right, but they were saying that Arsenal last season had the best record beating the top 6 teams. But the problem was beating the small teams. That's why they lost the league. And Man City had the worst record, which is mad.
Beating the top 6.
Yeah, beating the top 6. Man City did not beat most of the top 6, and they won the league. So you need to beat these small teams to win the league. It doesn't matter the record you have against the Liverpool, Chelsea. If you beat these guys, you get the maximum points. You win the league.
Last season, I think we only lost 3 games, if I'm not wrong. We only lost 3 games, by the way. Was it 3 games?
Yeah. Three.
We only lost 3 games.
But the draws,
the draws and whatnot. Like, you see, even right now, I mean, Liverpool have lost 1 game.
One.
One game.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 game. So you see, these draws are the things that are, really messing up the whole thing. But at the same time, also, I think Labanov, before you actually stepped in, we're also talking about these referees, man. Some of these referees also, they're the guys who are actually messing up some of these things. So, like, I think the referees also have
part to play.
They also have something, but they're playing a part in affecting how the Premier League table is going to be. But anyway, we quickly move by there today. Papa, can you hear us?
Scare anything?
Unatusikia?
Sasa ndio nakusikia. Sijakuwa nikikusikia. Sijui tangu anze.
Okay. We move on, Maze. So let's talk about the Man City versus Wolves game. I think I'll Derek, you've been quite a bit, but they would tell me, Maze, did you watch the game?
Yeah, the Man City versus Wolves game. Yeah, I watched the game actually. Man City didn't play that well. Man City didn't play that well. They didn't create enough chances. Yeah, actually, even the way they played, was it a last-minute winner? They got a last-minute winner from a set piece. So I think the tiki-taka thing, imepota kidogo. Man City aren't playing like they usually are. Dominating possession. That game against Wolves, they were just putting the ball in the box and hoping for something to happen. So, yeah.
I mean, okay, looking at the Man City played that game yesterday, and the game they also played against Aston Villa and Brighton. Do you think that I've been seeing guys say that probably maybe this is a season that Man City is going to be figured out. But one thing I'll tell you, by from what you've seen over the years, this is a team that you can't underrate. Right now, but they could be playing shit, playing nonsense, but these guys just know how to get over the line. You see, that's the difference.
They know how. Exactly. Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. Liverpool and Man City have the know-how. They know what do you need to win the league. Even though they play poor, they get the results. The 3 points, they always get it.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, they've been competing them too for the league most times.
Yeah. So I mean, with this Man City
Razak,
thing,
nikisema
yes, Papa,
with
go
regards
ahead.
na Chelsea,
Yeah.
with regards na Chelsea, you guys mko sawa in attacking, but sasa in your defense ndio inawa let down. Because unapata mnacheza na team ndogo, mnacheza na Wolves, yes mna score. Because this is a small team, you'll be able to score 1, 2, 3 goals.
Yeah,
but even them, they're even scoring against you. Inafai mnashinda.
Exactly. Yeah. No, we've been winning these games, bro. But the problem, I've always said, the problem is our goalkeeper and our defense.
No, mkipata na team kubwa, mtapata as many chances
exactly
as you get with small teams. And these big teams, itawapiga because when they get their chance, they convert their chance.
Yep. I agree.
So that's Apple situation mtafanyaje?
You guys are deflecting. You guys are deflecting. We're talking about the Man City game, bana.
Mi manze, kuna venye nimepotea nikarudi.
Yeah.
Couldn't see anything.
Yeah, but anyway,
easy.
Anyway, your thoughts, Nani, Abdul, on the Man City game?
Bro, okay. Man City, we've seen Man City playing these games before. You know, even Wolves should have won that game in the first half. Semedo had a 1v1, did not score. They were 1-0 up. Then Gvardiol scored a wild over goal. Then it was up to City to now get the 3 points, and they were pushing. The second half, it was all Man City. And yeah, they got the goal. People are saying, oh, was it offside on Bernardo Silva? Did he interrupt the goalkeeper? But we've seen Arsenal doing these things before on goalkeepers. Ben White, to be specific. So they got the last minute header. Stones coming on clutch again for Manchester City. And this is it. Man City, Liverpool have the know-how to get the 3 points, even though they don't play good. And that, if you want to win the league, that's what you need to do.
No, 100%, Maze. Laban, as we wrap this thing up, what did you make of that City game?
Mi kulikuwa na controversial point, Maze. Hiyo bao ya Stones. Mlionaje?
I think iko tu na fake bao, as in no controversies there, Maze. You see this instance unapataga kuna this instance unapataga a player is clearly offside, ball inapigwa batafuati, amesimama tu, then another player anaifuata anachukua na kwa. So that's the same thing that happened. Ball ilinuliwa akainama chini, wasn't going to
and even the goalkeeper was right there in front when the ball was coming. It was right on top of his head. He jumped. Yeah. I don't know how. If he just stood like this, he would have caught the ball. But he tried to jump and it went in, which was mad.
Yeah, but anyway,
Bernardo hapo alicheza brilliantly because
Ben White style. Don't know these things. Don't knows how Ben White does to goalkeepers. See or don't?
Dark Arts, huh? Dark Arts FC.
Exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, listen. Anyway, we have the Champions League. Papa, you guys, which team are you playing tomorrow? You said you're playing Leipzig, yeah?
Yeah, RB Leipzig.
Yeah. So we have the Champions League, then we still have the Premier League. We are linking up with you guys on Sunday. I'm really looking forward to that game, despite the fact, Saliba is not going to be available in that game. I hope these guys are feel that. Yeah?
Who's at home? Arsenal?
Yes.
I think it's going to be Arsenal.
Yeah, we're going to be at home. So we're receiving these guys. But me, I'm confident. But that game, as I see us beating you guys. Yo maze sidhani kati naweza lose game ya pili maze hivyo. Hiyo hapa.
It depends on the result, I think, for Arsenal.
You don't have your best defender. Mnaonaje simta concede? Na si tuko na one of the best defense, if not
Papa,
the best defense in
Papa.
the league side.
Arsenal have been playing with 4 centre backs, 3 defensive midfielders, and still concede goals.
Niliona manzi niliona hiyo like 5 players walikuwa defensive. What the hell, manzi? Nani Bournemouth?
The pile up fueling.
Anyway, listen, let me just say, Maze ilikuwa tu blip, Maze. We move to the next one, bana. So anyway, I think I think we've come to the end of the show. It's been a dope one. Bana, wacheni kupotea hivyo bana.
Lakini nimenotice kitu, nyinyi mmelose manze, mjavaa jezi. Mnapenda kuingilia dero hapa angi. Leo nimewapata.
Leo mwapata.
Red handed.
Just copy.
Next nini ndavaa jezi bana. Same ndavaa jezi.
Next time inaweza kuwa the same situation, bro.
Hiyo inaweza kuambia straight from experience. Next time inaweza kuwa the same situation. Mnachapwa tena.
Next time. Next time.
Sawa jamaa mazee.
Sasa majama round 2.
Round 2.